everyone. So this is the 16th session of the Advances in Post-Harvest Technology of Fruits and Vegetables, and the topic we should be covering today is standards and specifications of fresh fruits and vegetables. So what basically does a customer demand? The many publications speak generally of the consumer as if single type existed or as if his likes and preferences were perfectly determined. On the contrary, consumption profiles are specific for each country as well as the region or vary with the sex, age, and educational and socio-economic levels. In the first place, there is a worldwide tendency towards a greater consumption of fruits and vegetables because of a growing concern for a more balanced diet with a low proportion of carbohydrates, fats, and oils, and a higher proportion of dietary fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Another aspect that deserves attention is the tendency towards simplification and the task of preparing daily meals. The expanding availability of processed fruits and vegetables and other ready made foods are partly responsible for the reduction in the time dedicated for cooking. Probably the most significant fact that encourages this tendency is the increased incorporation of women in full time work, which reduces their time to buy and prepare foods but give them more means to spend money. Consumption patterns are also influenced by the increased market segment through the expansion in shapes, colors, flavors, way of preparing, and packaging of product. For example, today at least four different types of tomatoes can be purchased: conventional beef tomato, extended shelf life, cherry, and processed type sold fresh all of them in different sizes, packages, and in some cases and colors. There is also an increased supply of exotic and non-conventional fruits and vegetables, which notably expands the purchase options. Lastly, there is a growing demand for high external and internal quality. External aspects such as presentation, appearance, uniformity, ripeness, and freshness are the main components of the decision of purchase, which is usually taken when the consumer sees the product exhibited at the sales point. This is particularly important in self-service systems where the product must self-sell and if not chosen represents a loss of the retailer. Internal quality Internal quality such as flavor, aroma, texture, nutritional value, and absence of biotic and non-biotic contaminants is linked to the aspects that are non-generally perceived externally but are equally important to many consumers. Within a general tendency towards greater consumption and variety, the consumer demands quality in terms of appearance, freshness, and presence, as well as nutritional value and safety. Definition of quality. The word quality comes from the Latin word qualitas, which means attributes, property, or basic nature of an object. However, nowadays it can be defined as a degree of excellence or superiority. According to this definition, it can be said that a product of better quality which is superior in one of the several attributes that are objectively or subjectively valued. Perceptions of quality. Quality is a complex perception of many attributes that are simultaneously evolved by the consumer either objectively or subjectively. The brain processes the information received by sight, smell, or touch, and instantly compares as associated with the past experiences or with texture, aromas, and flavor stored in the memory. For example, just by looking at the color, the consumer knows that a fruit is unripe and it does not have a good flavor texture. If color is not enough to evaluate ripeness, she uses the hands to judge firmness or other perspective characteristics. The aroma is a less used parameter except in those cases where it is directly associated to the ripeness, like in melon or pineapple. This comparative process does not take place when the consumer sees for the first time an exotic fruit whose characteristics are unknown. The final evaluation in the perception of the flavor, aroma, and texture when the product is consumed and when the sensation perceived at the moment of purchase are confirmed. If satisfaction is a result, loyalty is generated. For example, if you discover that you prefer red apples to green ones, you will continue consuming red apples. It is possible to generate loyalty to commercial brand, presentation forms, packaging, sales places. Components of quality. The appearance is the first impression that a consumer receives as the most important component of the acceptable and eventually to the purchase decision. Different studies indicate that almost 40% of the consumers decide what to buy inside a supermarket. Shape is not a decisive aspect of quality except in case of deformation or morphological defects. In some instances, shape is a ripeness index and therefore an indication of flavor, such as in case of full cheek in mango or the finger angularity in bananas. Compactness is the most relevant feature in species where the inflorescence is the marketable part, such as in broccoli and cauliflower. In those species form heads such as lettuce, cabbage, and endives. In many cases, internal or external defects do not affect product excellence, but the consumer rejects them because of the absence of defects in one of the main components of appearance and therefore the primary decision to purchase. Different factors during growth can lead to morphological or physiological defects. Some examples of morphological defects are doubles in cherries, root ramification, carrots. Gloss enhances the color of the product, most products, but it particularly valued in species such as apples, pepper, eggplant, tomatoes, grapes, plums, and cherries to produce to such a point that many of them are waxed and polished to improve their shine. In vegetables, gloss is associated in a certain way to turgidity. A brilliant green is one of the indicators of freshness. It can also be used as a harvest index for eggplants, cucumbers, squash, and other fruits that are harvested unripe, and when the decrease in shine indicates that they have developed too much and have lost part of the characteristics of flavor and texture. Firmness and color. Firmness and color are the main parameters used to estimate the degree of ripeness of fruit. Ripeness initially improves and softens the fruit texture, and together with the changes in flavor and color brings the fruit to reach its maximum edible quality. That's all for this session. Thank you.